So, what we do know about the forecast coming up is we could see some storms on the North Shore early Friday morning, and then it looks a bit better for our rain chances heading toward Mother's Day. We'll talk about that in a moment. Right now, though, a very summer-like feel this evening. Temperature still 81 degrees, and look at that, it still feels like 88, and it's because of this suppressive or oppressive Gulf moisture. 77-degree dew point doesn't allow us to cool down at all during the night. We were only 4 degrees above our normal high today, but we are 12 degrees above the normal low. We just don't cool down when the humidity stays that high. Meant to switch this out. Our visible satellite goes away once the sun sets, but infrared satellite showing we still have, there it is, we still have a little bit of that low cloud, and it's kind of hanging around. I know difficult to see here, but that low cloudiness is still with us. That too prevents us from really cooling down very much. And if the clouds hang out, we may not see temperatures fall very much more than they are right now. And we'll probably have a few locations around 80 degrees to get our day started. Still generally in the low 80s for most of us, and high humidity. There's still a little bit of a heat index outside. At least there is a bit of a breeze at times, not exactly a cool breeze, but anything to help kind of mix up the atmosphere, which we also usually don't see in the summertime. We're usually dominated by high pressure, and that just keeps the air fairly stagnant. We've been watching temperatures in northeastern Mexico, southwestern or central Texas, south central Texas, as that has been the warm or hot air kind of moving in our direction in the lower and mid levels. Now that is a pattern which will continue into tomorrow. As we head toward Friday, we're finally going to see this very weak, almost difficult to see here. This is a little weak trough coming across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. Now it looks as though that air is going to be lagging behind. The front should move in early Friday with the drier air and milder air, not until probably later in the evening and night. So I think we'll still be on the warmer side during the day on Friday, but you'll definitely feel the differences by the evening and night, and a much more pleasant weekend on the head. Temperatures eventually rebounding as we head toward next week. Mentioning the rain chances toward Mother's Day. Looks like this upper system that is going to trigger our rainfall should hold off until Monday. Then as it approaches, we're looking at quite a bit of rainfall and maybe kind of a prolonged rain event Monday into Tuesday. Still working on the fine-tuning the details about maybe the intensity if we see any severe weather. At the moment, Storm Prediction Center not placing us under anything, and also at the moment not really looking at a flooding risk per se. 1 to 3 inches appears to be the general consensus, and maybe some localized higher amounts, and hopefully that's all it is. But definitely a drier trend per the models on Mother's Day, so good news there. We'll then start to see the rainfall moving in more late night and early morning Monday, and continuing throughout the day Monday. It may have a few rounds of rainfall, but still on the wet side as we go into the start of the day on Tuesday. So as I said, this could be kind of a prolonged rain event heading toward next week. All severe weather is either well to our north or more to our northwest. We are dry at the moment. We're going to fast forward a little bit to our front that starts to approach later tomorrow and on into Friday. As we watch kind of this complex of storms, models have been trending a little farther north of the state line, keeping most of those severe storms well to our North Shore parishes. However, with some models trending, maybe some of those storms getting a little bit closer, the National Weather Service, or the Storm Prediction Center, excuse me, is placing the North Shore under that level 2 threat of severe weather. Tornadic threat doesn't really look to be much of an issue. It's going to be primarily from the stronger winds. You've got that first rain chance early Friday, but that'll be primarily isolated to the North Shore. And then as we head into the weekend, we'll get that next rain chance probably late Sunday on into Monday. Monday and into Tuesday, we'll have that better rain coverage.